Happy Smooth Day Tuesday to you on this December 17th. Thank you so much for joining us for another live edition of Virginia This Morning. I'm Andrea White-Murdoch and the one and only Mr. Bill Bevins.
You're a little optimistic there.
What?
Declaring it Smooth Day Tuesday. We haven't even started yet.
Well, listen,
you had a rough ride.
Yeah, I had a rough ride in, but that's okay. We're declaring it smooth as of this moment, 8:56.
We'll see. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. It's nice to be able to spread some helpful information to our valued friends and viewers of our show. So you come in from east of town.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody's noticed, there's a little work going on 60.
There's a lot of work going on. And the hard part is that it's not the work, it's the people who run into the work that create accidents, and then you can't get down the road. So we're going to be...
It's pretty impressive how much they've done already, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I go that way a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And my sons who love excavators it's all the rave. I mean, yeah, every day it's like we're seeing it for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
There you go.
Like, wow, look at that thing. What does it do?
Yeah. I cannot wait until they're done. Cannot wait. Thank you to all the folks out there who are making it happen. You are helping us widen the roads.
For you.
Yes.
Get it done.
Oh, yes.
All right, let's get it done now.
Now's the time that we can share a preview of what's in store for today's Smooth Day Tuesday.
Again, we'll see. One of the fun features we created a few years ago is our Everywhere You Are segment, where we can kind of live vicariously through you. We extend an open invitation to you to send in some fun moments that you're having with your friends and your family. Evan Armour had the opportunity to take a peek inside our inbox, and we'll see what she found that's still to come on our live show.
I cannot wait.
All right, here we go. The 2024 Capital City Kwanzaa Festival is coming up, and you are invited. I recently caught up with the event's artistic director. We'll share our conversation. In our second half hour, it's always a big event, and looking forward to getting some info on it. Oh,
yes. Well, our friends from the Dairy Alliance always have great information to pass along. Registered dietitian nutritionist Callie Yakubishin, there we go, is the assistant director in the Community Wellness Division, and she's here with some quick and easy recipes you can try out.
Looking forward to that. Before we kick things into high gear, let's check in with CBS 6 meteorologist, shirt sleeves, Tom Patton, ready with the Tuesday forecast.
All right, so let's do a little comparison here. So, Bill, I noticed whenever Andreas wants to say smooth day, you just shoot her down, like
every time, Tom.
So here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Let's make a continuum, like a scale. You know, the very roughest the day could be, and we'll compare it to sandpaper. We'll call the roughest like a 40 grade sandpaper, and Andreas is like an 800 grade sandpaper. You know, the real fine, almost polishing sandpaper.
Yeah.
And you're saying, well, it's not quite that 800. Let's pull it back and wait and see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly, Tom.
So you're giving it like a 120 for now. This is all in construction terms now.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know why I'm doing this.
I don't know what you're building out there, Tom.
I don't know either. But
we have to have some balance around here.
I'm thinking.
By the way, before you go any further with that, Tom, you and I could almost be twins with the shirt today.
There you go.
Look at that.
And that is why today is Smooth Day Tuesday. I don't know if it gets smoother than that. We're matching. We're twins. Come on.
It doesn't get any smoother, Andreas, does it? You're that fine polishing sandpaper today, and Bill's the stuff that you need to take varnish off a table.
And there's a place for both of those.
Yeah.
Usually you need multiple grades of sandpaper to get the job done.
That's right. Very nice. And
now, where do you fall, Tom?
That's where I fit in. I'm that middle grade sandpaper, you know, where yeah, Bill, I hear you, but Andreas, I like your positive attitude. So, you know, I don't want to call it the buffer. You're
the glue in the middle.
Let's call it the glue. Thank you.
I'm just going to call you Sandy from now on. Take it, Sandy Patton.
Oh,
and little did you know there would be a nickname that came from this conversation.
No, and little did I know it won't last long. Trust me on that. I do see a little blue sky, Bill. Yesterday you mentioned a little blue sky. Right now, man, I'd call it 35% of the sky where I'm standing is broken. Can we see that? I have so many different reflections in my way here. It looks mostly cloudy there at the the diamond. So anyway, partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. The airport's calling it mostly cloudy yet. 55 degrees though, that's good news. A little southwest breeze is going to warm it up today into the 60s. We should easily make into the 60s over the next couple of hours here. Mid 50s all over the metro now. And there's a little weak cold front that's going to be coming through. It's going to kind of wash out. Probably by around the noon or so hour, and that, believe it or not, that could make some clouds return. So I know we're seeing some nice blue now, but we can see some more clouds and then maybe breaking up again this afternoon, and that could even trigger a sprinkle or something. Then really the story is going to become this cold that we're about to be invaded with this coming weekend, and we're going to get a couple waves of cold air, and days will progressively get colder starting Thursday right into early next week. That's what I'm talking about. There could still be a sprinkle or something out there, and then, you know, if you live around town and northward, you'll probably see more sun, and then by the afternoon kind of breaking up again there, and then some clouds again overnight tonight. And then our next best chance for kind of a widespread rain would probably be Wednesday evening as this cold front moves through, and overnight into Thursday. And that'll be kind of the first wave of cold air where temperatures start to fall significantly. So we're looking at 60s today and tomorrow, and then down to the 50s Thursday, which is still about normal. And then we start getting the 40s, low 40s, 30s, teens at night into early next week. There you go. Straight from Sandy. We'll be back after this.
Hello, sunshine. You've been gone too long, but I'm telling you, I'm loving you so.
Good morning and happy Tuesday. It's December the 17th, just after 9 o'clock. That means Virginia this morning is now in full swing. I'm Bill Bevins, joined this morning by the lovely Andreas White-Murdaugh.
Thanks,
Good morning,
Bill.
Andreas.
Good morning. And it's always nice to be here with you. We've got a lot to cover today on this Smooth Day Tuesday. So let's get started.
All right, here's a recap for those of you who are just tuning in.
Registered dietitian nutritionist Callie Yakabishin is from the Dairy Alliance, and she has some easy to make recipes you can try out at home. That's coming up later on today's show.
And the Alegba Folklore Society is excited about the 2024 Capital City Kwanzaa Festival. By the way, folks, it's one of the biggest on the East Coast. We'll talk with the event's artistic director, still to come on our live show.
And if you need a reputable facility to use for storage, there's a place in the Richmond area that offers a drive-through indoor facility that's temperature controlled. Plus, you have access to a free move-in truck.
Absolutely. Recently, I took a little trip to Pro Safe Storage. Take a look at this.
This segment is sponsored by Pro Safe Storage.
We are back at Pro Safe Storage off Forest Hill Avenue, right there at Chippenham. You turn like you're going in the Lowe's, you go down towards the Walmart, you will see the beautiful new building that is Pro Safe Storage. And we're here with our friend Jacob Butani. And Jacob, this is different from any storage space any of us have seen, because you drive right into your space.
So we're very unique to Richmond, where you actually get to drive your vehicle, like you said, fully in here. You're fully enclosed from the weather, so you don't have to deal with any rain, snow, sleet, anything that comes with the winter weather. You're fully protected.
It is a big difference, and obviously there's plenty of room in here to maneuver around. Once you get inside, you can see how big this is. And if you don't have a truck, there's one right behind us, and folks get to use this one.
So you get a free move-in use with our truck. So you don't have to pay anything. All you get to do is just load it up and unload, and you're good to go for the holidays.
Fantastic. And of course, the free truck is available through the holidays, and everybody needs some kind of storage at some time of the year. But the holidays are kind of a special time of the year, and it makes a big difference. If we're going to have the holidays going on, everybody's moving in here. Didn't see him, he still come on. So if you're moving stuff in, you can either take, like, if you're one of those folks who goes whole hog and does the whole living room in Christmas, well, where are you going to put that stuff for a month or two? you can bring it here.
Absolutely. You can declutter your living space so you can spam Christmas or any kind of holiday that you celebrate. We have the room for you here.
Yeah. And then we were talking before, and you told me that, and if you want to hide a certain present for somebody,
If you're trying to hide your significant other's car or vehicle,
or
anything
if
like
Santa
that,
is putting some stuff
or your
away
kids'
for you.
bikes.
Yeah, there we go. All right, it makes a big difference. Obviously, you've got a special going on right now.
And so right now you get your first month free and you get an additional 15% off for the holidays.
Did you hear that, Santa? I hope you did. And that's a great deal. It's a beautiful facility. You're going to love it. It's going to make a big difference in your next move. And your next move after that is to get in touch with our friends from Pro Safe Storage. Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you.
Beautiful in here and lots of room for just about anybody. Where'd he go? There he goes again. Son of a gun, moving in. Back to you. All right, doesn't get any better than having a drive-through operation at a storage facility. Pro Safe Storage has a special holiday season introductory offer. Enjoy free month plus 15%. The facility and indoors, and it's all temperature controlled, and entry to the storage units. Don't forget the free move-in truck incentive as well. Pro Safe Storage is located at 2100 Sheila Lane in Richmond, it's right off Forest Hill Avenue over there behind the Walmart. You can find them at 804-292-2366 or visit them online at prosafestorage.com. Virginia This Morning returns after a quick break.
This segment is sponsored by Molina Healthcare.
CBS 6 and Virginia This Morning are proud of the partnership we have with Molina Healthcare of Virginia. Like so many, Molina Healthcare of Virginia believes literacy is the foundation for lifelong success. We're happy to be part of the Read and Succeed program that donates books to schools and supporting local elementary schools each month. Here with a recap is Tabitha Good, Director of Growth and Community. So good to have you in studio.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. I normally see you at schools in our community, but we're here in the studio today really talking about the summation of the program this year and many years past.
Yeah. So at Molina Healthcare, our mission is more than providing health care. It's enriching the community. So we're dedicated to enriching the lives of Virginia, from Richmond to Petersburg and throughout Virginia, of course. That is our goal.
Absolutely, and we love to see that an organization like yours focused on healthcare is also thinking about the well-being of not only our community members, but our students. And so as we mentioned, Read and Succeed is a program that we have been involved with at CBS 6. And how did that come about for those who may not know?
Well, Molina believes that literacy is the foundation of success, well-being, and that is why we partnered with Virginia This Morning to go into the elementary schools to make sure that the kids had the books that they need to succeed.
Absolutely. Read and Succeed. And that truly is what we're doing. I have had the chance to go into the schools myself and read stories to young people from pre-K all the way up to 5th grade. Our local elementary schools are benefiting so much. Tell us about what you do and how you select these elementary schools that you're serving.
Sure. We go into the places that are the most in need. So we started off in Petersburg. We expanded to Dinwiddie County schools. This past year we did Hopewell. So we do pre-K, we do elementary schools because we know that's where our foundation starts, right? So we go into the schools and our Virginia This Morning hosts come in and they read a story. We chat with the faculty and the kids. We take photos. I mean, it's just a lasting impression on the students.
A lasting impression on the students and a lasting impression on us who get a chance to see the sparkle in their eyes, their desire to read, and to be so excited about what is to come in their educational journeys. We've had the chance to go out to quite a few schools in our area. Let's share one of the highlights we featured this year.
The donation of these books are huge. We also want to promote literacy. Everybody knows in order to be successful nowadays, you have to be able to read, you have to be able to write. And just the fact that kids will be able to have these books that take them home, to share with their parents, share with their family, share with their community, so they know the importance of reading, and that reading is essential, and that we value reading here at Harry James.
So we are so appreciative of the donation of books that we are receiving here at PC. It really helps promote literacy skills and enhance the love for reading. It also helps build relationships and make real-world connections, which is aligned to our Hopewell City Public Schools deeper learning framework. So we're really grateful, so thank you guys.
Principal Tucker and I are super excited about that because every book that's on that table is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for our students to dream, to explore. You see the whole world of wonder that it opens up for them when they're excited and engaged about what they're reading.
As we engage our kids with literacy, the more books, the merrier that they will become. So we are very grateful for a new batch of books at Walnut Hill.
Yeah, it just creates that culture of literacy, right? You can explore anywhere through books. You can go anywhere, you can imagine anything. And so having such an array of books really gives them, you know, that opportunity to see things that they wouldn't normally see.
Building a legacy of care and investing in our future. That's what you've been doing with these books, and we can see that so many in our community, the faculty and staff and the students of these schools are benefiting.
Absolutely. Every book we share, every story that's shared is an investment into the community.
Yes. All right. So Molina Healthcare, we talked about how you are a healthcare company focused on much more than healthcare, the true well-being. And you, as we mentioned, are building that legacy of care.
Yes, we're leaving a lasting impact by supporting education and healthcare across all the communities in Virginia. And, you know, it's one meaningful connection at a time.
One meaningful connection at a time. That's certainly true. We look forward to being back out in the community with you, reading, fostering a love for reading that ultimately fosters a love for reading and literacy in the larger community as well. So we hope to see the ripple effect of this program, our Read and Succeed program, for years and years to come. Thank you so much for all you do.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming out and reading to our students.
Oh, it's one of my most favorite things is coming out and reading. And we look forward to that continued partnership in 2025. You can find Molina Healthcare of Virginia at 3829 Gaskins Road in Glen Allen. You can also give them a call at 855-242-8282. Or you can visit them online at molinahealthcare.com/VA. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Virginia This Morning. Tis the season of holiday parties, get-togethers, and having fun. Remember, buzzed driving is drunk driving, and you should make arrangements if you plan on drinking and or have to travel to or from a location. Our good friend Kurt Erickson is the head of the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign, and he wants to share some valuable information with you. Thanks for coming to Richmond today.
Happy holidays. Thanks for having us on.
Yes, this is a very important topic. I think sometimes we get a little lenient about the rules of drunk driving, especially thinking, oh, well, I just had a drink. Oh, I had this. Oh, it's been a while. Tell us about the importance of understanding that buzzed driving is drunk driving.
Well, I think you hit it, which is simply to plan ahead. That's what this campaign is all about. You know, it is not anti-alcohol, it's not anti-having a good time, but it is emphatically against drunk driving. And there's a way to prevent it. Every single drunk driving incident, whether it be a crash, a fatality, an arrest, or an injury, is 100% preventable. We really should be able to lick this problem.
Absolutely. And the holidays, you know, especially New Year's, 4th of July, those types of holidays, we think, hey, we should be mindful not only of what we're doing on the road, but what others might be doing or what condition they might be in.
You're absolutely right. There's a significant uptick in the number of fatalities, especially in Virginia, that involve drunk drivers. In fact, it's nearly 40% during Christmas and New Year's of all fatalities involve drunk drivers. Law enforcement are well aware of this, and one of the reasons that they're going to be stepping up their efforts. We have 168 law enforcement agencies around the Commonwealth that are going to be conducting nearly 800 saturation patrols. These are police deployments that are doing nothing but looking for drunk drivers between the middle of December and New Year's, and 82 sobriety checkpoints throughout the state as a means of, again, of identifying and apprehending drunk drivers in the state.
So the likelihood of you being apprehended because you are buzzed or drunk driving is likely.
Yeah, it's probably never been greater than these next 2 weeks. And so therefore people need to be reminded of what the penalties are for DUI in Virginia. Even if it's your first offense, you're looking at fines of up to $2,500, up to a year in jail, and having your license taken away for a year. In addition, Virginia is one of a number of states that if you do get a conviction for a DUI, and again, it doesn't matter if it's your first or 31st, you're going to have to install these in-car breathalyzers in your car, otherwise known as ignition interlock devices, that will prevent you or anybody from operating your car if the device senses that the driver's been drinking.
It is worth every moment that it takes you to find and make a plan for how you enjoy the holiday season, but stay safe and keep others safe while doing it. You don't want to have to do any of that in your car for years to come after that one mistake.
Exactly, and that's the bridge that we're trying to divide. I mean, the audience that's overrepresented in fatal car crashes where alcohol is a factor are young male drivers. People may be offended by that, but it's still a male-dominated crime. 2/3 of those arrested for drunk driving in Virginia are male drivers. And when we ask these folks, you know, what's important to them, they say that 92% say that it's very important to plan a safe ride home before a night of drinking, but just a little bit more than half regularly do. So it's closing that divide, simply making an exit strategy before their evening begins.
Reminding your guests, reminding your friends and family, hey, make a plan, have a good time, but make a plan. Now, how are we doing in the Virginia area and even locally with the record of drunk driving?
Well, since this campaign started 23 years ago, the numbers have gone our way. 38% reduction in drunk driving crashes, 18% reduction in drunk driving fatalities, cutting the number of drunk driving injuries virtually in half. But all of those indicators last year in Virginia in 2023, according to DMV, went up. Drunk driving crashes are up in Virginia, drunk driving injuries are up in Virginia, drunk driving fatalities are up in Virginia, and there's not a part of the Commonwealth that's immune from this. I was looking at my numbers. Henrico County had literally an 8% increase in drunk driving fatalities. Chesterfield, 25%. Hanover had a nearly doubling of these 100% preventable traffic fatalities. And if you look at Chesterfield, which had an 8% increase in drunk driving crashes last year, they recorded on average a DUI crash in that locality every 24 hours.
Wow. The decision that you make when you get behind the wheel affects you and so many others, and that's why it's important to make sure that we are following the laws. Now, really fast, make sure we understand what that law is.
Yeah, so the law is that if you get convicted of a DUI in Virginia with .08 as the legal limit, you're looking at up to $2,500 in fines, up to a year in jail, having your license taken away for a year. In addition, you'll be subject to having an ignition interlock device installed into your vehicle. And I fear that people watch this and say, well, look, I don't drink, or I'm not going out for the holidays or somewhere. There's still a role that we can all play, and part of it is to report drunk drivers. If you're on a roadway and you suspect that you're sharing it with an impaired driver, do the right thing. Safely dial #77 on your phone, which is a feature that's unique to Virginia that will be routed to the closest state police barracks to actually report that.
#77 on your phone. You can do that very quickly in your vehicle, keeping an eye out on the road and making sure that you're remaining safe. But I think what it sounds like is before we get to the road, we need a plan, and we need folks to remind us, just like your campaign does, that we need to make good choices and to have the right plan each
Especially when
time.
there's so many options. Taxi cabs, public transportation, rideshare, designating a sober driver. Do whatever it takes to prevent you from getting behind the wheel of a car if alcohol is involved in your evening.
That's right. Thank you so much for the campaign and the impact that you're making in our area and beyond. And we hope that we will be reducing those numbers this holiday season. Well, thank you all for listening and taking heed to this special information. We want to share a special message and make sure that you are following and receiving this information. So visit virginiathismorning.com as soon as you can. Bill, sending it over to you.
Thank you, Andreas. All right, great information there. Here's a programming note to tell you about. If you're looking for a segment from our show All you have to do is visit our show website at virginiathismorning.com. It's up and running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our website isn't the only place you can watch Virginia This Morning. We can be viewed on the apps Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Android TV channels, and you can watch it there as well. Now, if you need the app, just visit the App Store on your device and search WTVR Richmond. Best part? It's absolutely free.
This segment is sponsored by Winslow, McCurry, and McCormick.
Collaborative law offers a unique means of coming to a divorce agreement. Today, Erica McCormick, attorney with Winslow, McCurry, and McCormick, joins us to share a lot more. Erica, divorce is such a tough thing. To see the word collaborative in front of it, it's kind of counterintuitive, but it's very important, isn't it?
Absolutely, Bill. Thank you. Collaborative divorce is a completely different approach to the divorce process. What it does is have the parties agree to take the matter out of the hands of a court, out of contested litigation, and put it in the hands of the parties. So they can keep the matter out of court, reduce fees and costs, but more importantly, keep the focus on the new family that will be created once the divorce is complete. And one of the benefits that you get from collaborative divorce is you can bring on experts, financial neutrals, child experts. So you have other individuals other than the attorneys that help make up your team to support the family unit as it moves through the divorce. You have child experts that can help mom and dad come up with a parenting plan that's very unique to their own situation and factors and challenges. And you have a financial neutral that's going to come in, help you analyze what's going on with the financial picture for the family, what that looks like post-divorce, and really help you determine what are your best options. And the goal of all of it is to create an agreement that the parties can use, that they have had agency and ability to really tweak and tailor to their unique family. And frankly, it's going to be generally less expensive and faster than moving through contested litigation. The courts are pretty backed up. And so this is a way for parents and families to be able to move forward more quickly, but in a manner that's going to help facilitate a collaborative process where everybody is a stakeholder, has a role, and has genuine desire to reach a collaborative outcome. One of the really beneficial things is Richmond has a chapter of Collaborative Professionals of Richmond, and those are going to be all professionals that are certified, that have undergone the hours of training you have to go through to be collaboratively certified. And if you Google collaborativeprofessionalsofrichmond.com, you're going to find the attorneys in the area, as well as those child experts and financial neutrals that we talked about, that can help go ahead and give you that collaborative team if you're ready to move forward with that type of divorce.
So, Erica, a couple of questions. There's a group of people that this is what they do for a living. They do this 365. Are they attorneys? Are they, you said, financial folks? Or do they necessarily just do financial?
Both.
It's both?
It's both. So a collaborative team is going to be made up of each party to the divorce. So a spouse and spouse's attorney, spouse's attorney. Okay. And so you're going to have two lawyers, and then you may also choose to bring in that financial expert that's going to be part of your team. And then you would also choose to bring in that child expert. Your child experts, your financial neutrals, those don't tend to be attorneys, but they are financially or collaborative certified professionals. So they have had to undergo the same training that the lawyers also had to undergo to understand the nuances of collaborative practice, because it's very different from litigation.
And obviously this takes it out of the hands of the court, which is can be a plus. I'm just wondering the timeline on this. Does it take a shorter amount of time, a longer amount of time, about the same?
Absolutely. So you can certainly start collaborative divorce faster. So the Commonwealth of Virginia has a 1-year separation period if you have children under the age of 18 and you're proceeding on living separate and apart, or what you might call no-fault grounds. And so that's a year before you can even file anything in terms of an actual complaint for divorce with the court if you're getting divorced on no-fault grounds. Collaborative, you can start right away. You can schedule your meetings. You can work on your property settlement agreement. The goal would be you actually have have that completed well in advance of your 1 year filing for the court. So when you go to file the complaint, you can file along your property settlement agreement that you came up with in the collaborative process. So in that respect, it's much faster. The benefit is also you can make it faster or slower depending on your individual family needs, because your team is in charge of scheduling those meetings and making the next steps work forward. But generally, yes, faster than waiting for a judge to make a decision.
Fantastic information, and I bet there's a lot of folks that didn't even know this existed, but of course you did. Thank you so much, Erica. Great information.
Bill, thank you as always.
All right, Winslow, McCurry, and McCormick is located at 1324 Sycamore Square in Midlothian. For more information, give them a call at 804-423-1382 or visit them at wmmlegal.com. And Virginia This Morning is going to return after a quick break. Well, when we hear that tune, we know it's time for something special. Everywhere You Are. We love this segment.
We enjoy seeing all the fun adventures you're having with your friends and family. Our own Evan Armour put together today's special feature.
Good morning. We always love seeing those pictures hit our inbox, and I've been sifting through them as they come in, and I've rounded up a couple that I want to feature for you this morning. So let's get started. Up first, the Petersburg Tea Ladies are at it again. They celebrated Christmas together at Kip's Tea Room in Midlothian. You ladies look magnificent, and I'm definitely going to have to add Kip's to my must-visit list. This looks like a great spot, so beautiful, and just a great setting to spend some time with family and friends and enjoy some delicious tea. A big thank you to Iris for sending these pictures to us in an email. Up next, meet Jinx the dog. What a cutie there. Jinx is also in the Christmas spirit. Takia shared this photo with us. Jinx is her mom's pup, making him her puppy brother, as she called it. Well, he turned 3 this month, and Takia says they absolutely love him and that he's the most well-behaved pup ever. My favorite part about this picture here is that cute little sweater that Jinx is wearing perfectly matches that Christmas tree skirt. It looks so good. Thank you so much for sending this one to us, Takia, and a very happy birthday to you, Jinx. Well, from one pup to another pup, here's Raleigh. Paul posted this picture on our Facebook page. Raleigh is ready to chase that tennis ball there. And a quick shout out to our very own Miss Shirley from CBS 6, you can see on the TV screen in the background of this picture. Thank you so much, Paul, for watching CBS 6 and for sharing this great photo with us. We know Raleigh is a good boy. Well, check out this display of lights here. Scott shared this photo on our Facebook page. He says he's been busy getting ready for the holidays. I think it looks great. I love those big white lights, especially when they're on a house. And I also think it makes it so special that the wreath is covered in lights too. Looks fantastic. Well, up next, some incredible shots sent in by Virginia This Morning viewer Christy. Look at these pictures that she took of some bluebirds that she spotted in Brunswick County. These pictures are so beautiful. You got so close, such a great shot, and those colors so vibrant. I think both of those are ready to be stuck right in a frame. Thank you so much for sharing these with us, Christy. She posted these ones on our Facebook page. And finally this morning, a great shot from Virginia This Morning viewer William. He celebrated Christmas a little bit early at the American Legion Battlefield's Post 144 annual Christmas dinner. They're located in Highland Springs, where they service veterans along with children and youth in the community. Love seeing that smile, William. A great photo. Hope you had such a good time. And thanks for all the special work that you do year-round. Lots of great shots and so many great pictures you've shared with us. That is a peek inside our inbox for Everywhere You Are. And now I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Evan. Now here's your assignment. Sometime during this holiday season, if you're out and about having a great time, see something that's fun, unique, or unusual, please send it our way.
All you have to do is upload a high-resolution JPEG image or video to one of our social media channels, or you can simply email it to us at virginiathismorning@wtvr.com, and we'll take care of the rest.
Before we head to break, let's check in with our friends at one of the top law firms in Richmond.
Kwanzaa is a Pan-African holiday that represents unity, strength, clarity, and solidarity based on reconnection to the essential African values. The Elegba Folklore Society, known as Richmond's cultural ambassador, is excited about the 2024 Capital City Kwanzaa Festival that CBS 6 once again is a proud sponsor of this special event. Here to tell us more is our good friend Janine Bell, the president and artistic director. Good morning. Welcome back.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
This, I as a native Richmonder always appreciate it when somebody does something that is phenomenal. You have done that.
Wow.
Not only is your festival been around for a long time, it's one of the biggest on the East Coast and brings a lot of pride to Richmond, Virginia.
We're so happy to have thought of the idea to present and create the Capital City Kwanzaa Festival at the year end to celebrate the holiday by bringing people together in this festive environment as we give thanks for the fruits of our labor of the year ending, and then look forward to new growth for the year ahead. And so that is what the festival, not the festival, but the holiday is built around. And so we invite people to come in a huge room and make it a village.
Tell us a little bit about, for folks who are watching for the first time, don't know about Kwanzaa, and give us the Reader's Digest history lesson real quick.
Sure. So Kwanzaa was created in 1966 by Dr. Maulana Karinga. It was during the Civil Rights Movement. It was at the advent of the Black Power movement, and he thought, well, gosh, we're searching for identity right now because we haven't, it was all stolen away. And so he reached back to African harvest festivals. He reached back to traditional values. He reached back to establish cultural affinity by bringing the Nguzo Saba, the 7 principles that you spoke about in the introduction, as a way to galvanize the community and as a way to empower its people.
And it's all positive life lessons that go to any culture, that would apply to almost any culture.
It's very positive.
Yeah.
When we talk about unity, when we talk about self-determination, kujichagulia, when we talk about collective work and responsibility, we have to, this TV station wouldn't happen, right? Without collective work and responsibility. Ujamaa, cooperative economics, let's support our businesses and so forth and so on. And then ending with faith. Believing in our ancestors and the Creator and creation, and knowing that with that kind of energy, we can conquer anything.
It is such an interesting event, and as the people, obviously you've been around for 50 plus years now.
Well,
not you, but but the event has been around that long, and Kwanzaa's been around that long.
Yeah, Kwanzaa's been around that long.
This becomes something that people look forward to every year, is the point I was trying to make.
Isn't that a joy that people travel from all kinds of places and come to Richmond, which Dr. Karinga has called a center for the celebration of Kwanzaa. He's been with us over the years, and so we're happy again to welcome visitors, families, Richmonders, and everybody comes together in the moment as we opened the festival by lighting the candles, representing those 7 principles, paying homage to our ancestors, pouring libation to say thank you to somebody, because none of us got here by ourselves.
Such a great celebration.
Indeed. The stage lights up with performances throughout the day. Of course, the Elegba Folklore Societies, dancers and drummers will be there. We've got Burning Fire Reggae Band. Kia Bennett is she calls it sophisticated funk, okay?
All right, I like that.
So
yeah.
But you know what, Bill? This year, Gina Page, Dr. Gina Page, who is a co-founder of African Ancestry, will be here in Richmond on stage at the Capital City Kwanzaa Festival.
So much to learn, so much to appreciate.
Absolutely. And with that, people know about Ancestry.com and all those kinds of things where you can find out your percentage of this or a percentage of that. But with African Ancestry, they have the genetic science to trace our lineage to our actual ethnicity. So when I took the test, I found out that my mother's line is from Sierra Leone and is among the Mende people. So my next trip is going to go to meet my family.
There you go.
And somebody this year will be able, if you buy your ticket online, will be automatically entered into a drawing to find out themselves. Because she says, if we don't know where we're from, how can we know who we are?
So proud to have you with us and this special event that happens every year. Thank you for doing it again this year.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it. Presented by the Alegba Folklore Society, the 2024 Capital City Kwanzaa Festival. It's coming up December 28th from 1 p.m. till 7 p.m. at the Greater Richmond Convention Center, Exhibit Hall B, 5th and Marshall Streets, right here in Richmond. If you want some more information, look for a link on our show website by early this afternoon at virginiathismorning.com. Folks, we have to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Our friends at the Dairy Alliance always have great information to share.
Yes, our friend Callie Yakabishin is a registered dietitian nutritionist and is here with a few quick and easy recipes you can try out at home. Hi, Callie.
Hi, happy holidays.
You as well.
You know, I've been around advertising all my life, so I know milk does a body good. How does that work?
How does that work?
Yeah, how does milk do a
Okay,
body
so
good?
today we're going to talk about, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, right? Gift giving, celebrating, gathering, which is fun for most, but it can leave us feeling a little tired. I don't know about you guys. I feel a little bit burnt out with the two kiddos at home.
Oh, yes.
You know, moms are making the magic and it's exhausting. And so today I'm going to talk about just some tips for balanced eating and then incorporating dairy food so that can promote wellness and overall just health and energy when we need it most during this season. So my first tip is talking about energy, right? So I think a lot of the times when we feel exhausted, we might be reaching for more of those sugary beverages or caffeine-filled drinks to help us last throughout the day. But proper nutrition and planning can help with that. So have you ever noticed what kind of things are boasting on energy drinks? Do you guys ever notice what they're talking about is in those energy drinks?
Ooh. What's in them? Or
like, what do they boast? Like, oh, we have this much of, other than caffeine, B vitamins.
Okay.
So a lot of those energy drinks are talking about all the B vitamins they have in them, but believe it or not, dairy foods like milk and yogurt have some of those B vitamins naturally. Sometimes in smaller doses, but they do have a natural source of those B vitamins. So incorporating dairy foods throughout your day is a great way, like milk. So some of those B vitamins are niacin, vitamin B12, can help fuel us, because what B vitamins do is they take the food that we eat and turn it into, help our body process and turn that into energy. So if you're still going to reach for a caffeine-filled drink, I brought kind of a mix of the two. We've got dairy, but we've also got the coffee. So this is a great recipe. This is a vanilla coffee smoothie. It's got a cup of coffee, a cup of milk, cup of dairy or yogurt. This is vanilla yogurt. And you put some ice and a frozen banana and you blend it together, and it is so creamy and smoothie. I made it last night, and I don't recommend eating it or drinking it at 9 o'clock at night. But because I was up.
Kept you up.
Yeah.
You don't want it at 9 o'clock.
But it was great. And the other thing with this, the sneaky ingredient, is it has a scoop of whey protein. So you could omit that if you don't want the extra protein, but protein's all the rage, and it's another way to sneak in even more protein than you're getting from the milk and the yogurt. So
it could be a bit filling depending on how thick you make it.
For sure. It's like, it actually makes 2 big portions of like 16 ounces. So I had a lot left over last night. Hence why I was drinking it.
She's had a lot of energy in the studio this morning, and now we know why. She's on the downward curve from last night, I guess.
That's right.
All right, what do we have here in the middle?
Okay, so we're talking about immune health. Okay, so a lot of times, what do you think of immune health? Maybe vitamin C people talk about. You think of, oranges or broccoli, all those plant foods have vitamin C. But there are other important nutrients too, and things like vitamin A, vitamin D, zinc, selenium. Can you guess what has those
Well,
nutrients.
D is obviously milk. And
That's right, yeah.
So,
So milk is supported with vitamin D. So milk actually provides a lot of those immune supporting nutrients. And so I brought some recipes to kind of pair plants and dairy together. So,
Well, I love a salad.
yeah, so this is just you can make any salad you want. So whatever is like your favorite ingredients, but pairing it with this is a creamy balsamic dressing. It's got yogurt in it and then some olive oil and some other spices. Really easy to whip up together. So just putting that with these greens. So, you know, vitamin C rich veggies, like I didn't have broccoli in mine, but you know, broccoli and the peppers and all that, pair that together. And then the other option is this is an overnight ancient grain hot cereal. So it's kind of like
hot cereal.
Yes. So it's kind of like oatmeal on steroids. Like it's like a sexy oatmeal, if you will.
Sexy oatmeal.
Yeah.
I like it.
So it's got quinoa and steel cut oats, and it has the recipe calls for this grain. Have you ever heard of amaranth?
Yes.
Okay. So I had not before I used this recipe. I actually just used quinoa, but it's kind of similar to quinoa, and it's got like that nutty flavor. So, and then you pair that with, it's made with milk, so you're gonna get those immune supporting nutrients, and then of course these bright, vibrant berries. So easy idea if you're hosting a brunch and you wanna just make a big pot of this and have the toppings out.
Get everyone their vitamins.
Yeah, that's
All right, well, we're going to come back so we can talk a little bit about your last item.
Okay.
Allie's going to stick with us. In the meantime, folks, we want you to stick around. We've got a lot more information. Callie's going to finish up. I think we got some tea over here. That's coming up on Virginia This Morning.
We're back in the kitchen today with registered dietitian and nutritionist Callie Yakabishin from the Dairy Alliance.
So we went through this almost kind of like oatmeal made with, what did it have in it?
Quinoa and amaranth and steel cut oats.
Okay, lots of berries there. We had the salad. We had the shake over there that you made. Let's move over here. This looks like tea and fruit.
Yeah, so this is just kind of a common sense talking point, but it's a friendly reminder that I always need, so I brought it to share with you all. We cannot pour from an empty cup this time of year, so trying to prioritize sleep. We talk a lot about nutrition, of course I do as a dietitian when it comes to wellness, but sleep is really important too. So try to implement a calm evening routine, getting enough sleep. And a fun fact is that research shows that some nutrients may help you sleep sounder, and one of them being tryptophan. And you can find tryptophan in milk and other dairy foods. So in that calm evening routine, maybe you pair some milk with your warm herbal tea, or you have some, if you're doing an evening snack, a little bit of cheese with some apples and crackers. So just thinking about, in addition to all the good nutrients, prioritize that sleep. I don't know about you. Sleep is hard for me.
Oh, absolutely.
Callie, big thank you to all our guests today, including the Dairy Alliance, Kurt Eckerson, Winslow, McCurry, and McCormick, the Alegba Folklore Society, and ProSafe Storage.
And of course to you for watching.